Can't park there, mate.
How bad did it get?
It got bad. I think I dehydrated. I cried so much.
What was your poison? What are we talking about here?
Crack or base. What I would do is...
Welcome to Car-lifornia Sober. Honest conversations about addiction, recovery, and the road back from the wreckage. Some of the topics and opinions discussed in this series may be controversial or triggering for some viewers. If you're struggling with addiction, mental health, or recovery, please reach out for help. All right, are we good to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Car-lifornia Sober, episode 1. So, Frank, we've known each other, so because this is my first time doing it and you're my guinea pig, I've got my script here, and you should know this because you're an actor. So, every now and again, I might be glancing away just so I can...
I won't be offended.
Okay, good. Thank you. So, Frank, we've known each other for going on 17 years.
Is that right?
Yeah, 17
Holy
years.
smokes.
You know my missus for what, 35? Give or take?
Something like that,
Yeah, that's a long time, too long. And it's kind of fitting that you'd be guest number 1, seeing as you are basically the reason that I got sober. And 15 years ago, last week, May 18th, was my 15th year. So it was 15 years since we walked into that room for Steve.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and thank you for doing this, because I know it's not always easy talking about your journey. Not everybody's comfortable doing it.
It doesn't bother me at all.
And we came together for someone else, and God bless him, he's not here.
Yeah.
And I was told that early on when I first got into the rooms that you'll see that happen a lot. People don't stay, people go out, and some people don't fucking come back.
Yeah.
So, and we both experienced that.
I've seen that a few times.
Yeah, and we know someone well that this disease, it took him. So yeah, unfortunately, it's a very real thing, and we're here today because you helped me a lot. And if it wasn't for you, my life would be very, very, very different today. So thank you for that. And I only know a little bit about your story and a little bit about your background. So tell me, who are you, where are you from, and where are we now?
Okay, my name is Frank Medrano. My real name is Irving Frank Medrano.
I found that out recently.
Irving Francisco Medrano.
Nice.
And I grew up in New York City, which is where I initially got what they call the bug. That's the acting bug.
Okay.
Yeah. And I grew up in a poor neighborhood, and I was exposed a lot to people who use drugs. And I guess my unsober journey starts in the park on the corner down the street from where I lived, where we would go to drink beers. The big, like, Old English 800 was our favorite. Yeah.
How old were you at this point?
I was about, I would say 14, 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of the usual kind of experimental age, isn't it?
That's what it is.
Where in New York were you?
104th Street on the west side,
Okay.
between Amsterdam and Columbus Avenue.
What's it like today? You been back?
It's, no, I have been back actually, but it's the same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Still struggling neighborhood, same
Yeah.
kind of problems, you think?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, things don't always get better, do they? I mean, yeah. So, I mean, we started pretty much where I wanted to go, which is, we're going to jump straight to the bottom because I like the dirty stories, which is why I told you why I'm doing this. This is like straight to the juice, kind of get your dose of AA, NA, whatever it may be, and then, hopefully this helps people. But, I heard something early on when I first got into the meetings, which was heed this advice, basically. It was every bottom has a trap door, which is basically saying be careful because when you think you're safe, we can always slip.
Yeah.
Straight to question 1, I guess, which is how bad did it get?
It got bad.
Yeah?
It didn't incapacitate me, but the usage was too frequent to the point where I found myself hiding You know, I
And what
didn't
are we talking about specifically? Like, what was your poison? What are we talking about here?
crack
Mm-hmm.
or base. What I would do is I would buy from my dealer and then cook it up with some baking powder or baking soda.
Mm.
And instead of sniffing powder, it would, when you cook it, it comes out into like a little rock.
Mm.
And you just break off little pieces and
So you were doing all this yourself? You weren't buying?
Yes. No. I don't know. I saw someone do it once, and I tried doing it, and I was successful. So I was,
Oh, so you're just winging your chemistry?
yeah.
You're a true Walter White. Walter White. Wow. So, but okay. Well, I mean, so it was a consistency thing more than anything, right? You kind of started, and did it
It didn't stop.
go exponential? Like, did you just get the taste for it,
Yes.
and then it was just gangbusters? You were on
Yeah.
your way.
I got a taste of it, and then I would casually and recreationally do it, but it got more and more frequent until I was doing it every single day. And I don't know how the hell I afforded it. I really could, and pay my rent, but I did it. And
How did it start? How did you first get into smoking crack in the first place? I mean, I know that back in the day, I mean, you're an actor.
Yeah.
And this is the other thing I want to say as well. I mean, that's why we're in LA right now. You moved to LA to do the acting thing, the dream, and you were pretty fucking successful. You are pretty successful. I mean, you've been in some pretty big movies. I want to just stop and go through, because as I was coming here, I was like, I know some movies that Frank's been in, but I want to go to his IMDb and just kind of see some of them. And you got 60 plus credits under your name.
okay,
Yeah. Like,
I didn't know.
Yeah, 60 plus credits. You've got Blood Moon most recently. You've got Attack of the 65-Foot Woman. But I mean, but no, I mean, like, seriously, like Sleepers, Shawshank Redemption, Enemy of the State. I didn't realize that one. I saw that one earlier. That was an awesome film. You came here, you did the thing.
I was really lucky. I came here on the heels of a little independent movie that I had done called Amongst Friends, directed by Rob Weiss. And it was in Sundance, and there was a lot of hullabaloo about it. It got picked up by a major distributor, New Line Cinema. And then it was off to the races. Every agent wanted to meet with me. The casting directors wanted to meet with me. So I took a lot of meetings when I got to LA, and I signed with an agency, and they would send me out on auditions. And the second audition that I had gone out on was for the Shawshank Redemption, and I got that part. And
That was your second audition with
that was my
Shawshank?
second audition.
Because I know Amongst Friends was a huge film, wasn't it? Obviously, Steve, our friend that we tried to help, which we essentially went to. I thought we were going to save Steve, and I ended up staying.
We tried.
We tried. He was, primed to be the next best thing. Who else was in? Mira Sorvino. She won,
Oh yeah.
well, an Academy Award eventually. I mean, that film made a lot of people. Rob's had a great career,
Oh, yeah.
producing, directing, all of his stuff. So that's nuts, man. So was it the Hollywood machine, do you think, that essentially opened your door to
Yeah.
crack, cocaine, that
Oh
kind of
no
thing?
no.
How did
not at all.
did that happen?
I had history with crack. Back in, let me see, when I was, in college at Fitchburg State College, a friend introduced me to it. And I might have been addicted and not known it, but I wasn't heavy into it at that time.
It was just like an occasional thing, like a party thing. You go out drinking, and then it happens.
Barely. I did it like 3 or 4 times, and it didn't hook into me at that time. And that didn't start till I encountered 2 dealers who wanted to befriend me because they had both seen me in movies and TV shows. So
Okay.
I guess, I don't know. Yeah.
So you had the dealers that were willingly giving you.
Yes. For an exchange kind of for my company.
Right. That's dangerous.
Yeah. It's very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So I was using, but I was sniffing until one of the dealers asked me if I knew how to cook it. And I did know how to cook it. And so I would cook it up for him, meaning turning it into rocks, smokable rocks. And that was my source.
And that was your spiral, basically.
Yeah, that was my spiral. And then he went away to jail, and I was left with a habit, an addiction, you know, and so I had to start paying for it.
Oh, so before you were just getting it, like,
Yeah.
is this supply and...
Yeah.
It's not a bad deal. So was there a moment that you realized something had to change? Like, was there like one specific pinpoint type thing that happened?
Absolutely. My brother, my oldest brother, who for years was a heroin addict and had stopped doing that and got on methadone, which is like a substitute for heroin. He passed away, and that hurt. It struck me very, very hard. And there and then I felt the need to stop. I wanted to stop, and it was not easy. I would go days without, and suddenly back to it.
Oh, so you were actively trying at that point. You were making like a concerted effort.
Correct. And I had a situation. A situation occurred where I was looking for a job, and I went to see a friend who was running a company, and he told me that he couldn't hire me in my current condition, in my condition at that time. And he directed me. He pulled a pamphlet out of his back pocket, which was a little book that listed all the meetings in the area.
The intervention.
And he said, "Here, I'll meet you here at this time." He pointed to a particular meeting. And that was, I think it was King's Road. No, not King's Road. It was a British pub in Santa Monica.
King's Head.
King's Head.
I know it well.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I used to when I first came here. It's ridiculous. Like the Brits come all the way to America and they like gravitate to the fucking English pub. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I know it well.
So I went to a meeting there, and he was there, my friend, and he kept pointing out meetings for me to go to that he would meet me at.
Okay.
And that got me on the roll of going to the meetings. That got me started. And I was going to the meetings, and I never had a sponsor.
Never?
Never. Oh, no, I did have a sponsor. I did have one sponsor, but it was ineffective. I mean, our schedules didn't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We couldn't meet and talk and do whatever sponsor and sponsee do, you know?
Yeah.
But, it was enough. It was enough to get me into the program and familiar with the things that are done. So I started the steps, I only got up to 3. Number 4 was kind of scary, and I was
That's where
reluctant to
everybody's
do.
at. Yeah. That's where the real work starts.
Yeah, yeah. But I kept going to the meetings, and eventually I got to a place where I had no desire to use or drink or anything, just by going to the meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just getting the dose every evening or every
Yeah.
day whenever you were there,
Every
just listening to.
those Saturday meetings in Santa Monica. I think the Rose, Bread and Roses, I think it was called, something like that. Yeah, and I met a lot of good guys.
What was your biggest take from AA in the early days? Like changing from what you were and knew at that particular point when you were using and then suddenly getting sober, doing the deal. What was your biggest take when you got in? Did you have any like preconceptions before you got into AA, what it was going to be like? Did anything scare you off?
No, I didn't have preconceptions. I was learning. I was learning what AA was. And I just absorbed as much as I could from the meetings and the stories and the discussions and so on.
You were willing.
I was willing.
That's the key.
Yeah, I wanted
It's the first
to
step,
get
right?
sober.
Yeah.
I wanted to badly because I was not doing well, The career started suffering a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And it wasn't happening for me as much as when I started out. When I started out, it seemed like I booked everything I went in on. That's what it felt like. And come to figure out that it was actually my representation. He was doing all the work. I come to understand that what you need more than anything is representation that has relationships in the important areas, like directors and castings, directors and so on, and producers.
Yeah, but then you've got to do the part. I mean, you're the person in front of them at the end of the day. I mean, they're picking you, not your rep.
Granted. Yeah, you have to be someone who assists the telling of the story, whatever it may be.
Yeah. Yeah, so you think that they could see it on you, obviously. Whoever was there, either you weren't right for the part or you just weren't right, and I guess the drugs or whatever, your lifestyle at the time was seeping through. I mean, a lot of people kind of get to that point, don't they, where they think that no one's noticed, but everybody fucking sees. Everybody can see
Everybody can see, yeah.
it. Yeah, you think you're tricking people.
Yeah, right. They're just being quiet about it with you.
Yeah.
They're talking amongst themselves.
Or somebody comes along and says, hey, meet me at this meeting because you've got an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that kind of answers my question was, is there anyone or anything that helps? Well, no. I mean, let's do this. Do you have any daily routines, habits, meditations, prayers, or anything that keeps you kind of grounded?
Honestly, no. No.
No?
I mean, no. I'm not a routine person. I don't do routines. I live my life in a spontaneous fashion.
Well, you kind of have to, being an actor, everything's on the go, isn't it? You don't know, I mean, schedules change.
Well, yeah, but not only that, but that was my personality. I flow with the wind, that's...
It's Mr. Wing It.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I came here on a whim and I'm still here 20
there you go.
years later and I still don't have a plan.
Yeah, the thing about plans, this is something that I came up with, in my thoughts, is they often tend to be like the first steps towards either disruption or disappointment. It's like if you make a plan, chances are that they might get disrupted, or you might be disappointed if it doesn't go the way you'd like.
No expectations?
No expectations. No expectations, and so
And do you think that's why you kind of gravitated towards like the creative stuff, the acting in the first place?
Yeah,
Because it was kind of spontaneous and it was fluid and you kind of had this non-structured work kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that is essentially the dynamic of a creative mind, you know? A thought enters, your mind, and then you build something from that thought, You create.
Mm-hmm.
You bring into existence something that did not exist beforehand.
Yeah.
And that's creation, creativity.
Yeah, I mean, the dream of writing something, having somebody or a group of people act out what was originally a vision in your head,
Mm-hmm.
you put it onto paper, and then you show it to a few people, and then suddenly it comes to fruition in front of you, either exactly how you wanted it, or I guess sometimes
Something happens.
or sometimes it comes out even better, and you're like,
Yeah.
holy shit, this is magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love. Yeah.
That's bringing. That is your thought coming to life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you
Manifestation.
want to see. Manifestation. Exactly.
But
And-
action has to be taken, and
oh, absolutely.
you can't just say, "Hey, I want this to happen," and then sit on your sofa and wait for
No.
the knock at the door to happen.
No, it's not. That might happen, but
In Hollywood, maybe it's happened a few times in Hollywood. I don't know about that one, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you have to make it happen. Okay. Have you ever come close to going back out, slipping, or self-sabotaging? And if so, what stopped you?
No. No, I think my determination in stopping initially was enough to keep me away. Was strong enough.
And that was to do with your brother, do you think? Just seeing him sick and that situation that was the real catalyst for like change and keeping that?
I wouldn't. No, I don't think so. I think it's just for my own survival.
You really realized how bad the
How
situation.
bad? Yeah. And where I could end up, I saw.
I mean, a strong-willed person. I mean, a lot of people realize, but they can't do it. I mean,
Yeah.
or a lot of people lie to themselves and they just continue down that path because it's easier to
Yeah.
just keep
No,
ignoring.
I was very determined to get clean and sober, And, yeah. And, the fact that, that I was able to bring you into, sobriety, that that makes me emotional, actually, because, that I was able to help you get there, at least initiate the journey, that's
Well, I mean, that's the way it works. I mean, I was emotional at the time too because I was like, well, hold on a minute, we're not here for me, we're here for Steve. Because I remember the day we went to pick him up.
yeah.
And you were the person that knew because you were the sober one. And I obviously had issues at the time and still have issues. And Steve that evening, he said, oh, no, not today. I've had a busy day, this, that, and the other. And I was kind of like, cool, I'm going to go straight back home. And you were like, cool, I'm going to take Carl, so maybe we'll take you tomorrow. And I'm like, hold on a minute, we're here for him, not me. Where are we going? And then you took me to the log cabin on Robertson.
Right.
That was my first ever meeting. And then I listened and I heard that everybody, I can't remember who told me, but it was 90 and 90. Everybody kept saying, you've got to do 90 meetings in 90 days. And I think I did like 87. And I just had like kids at the time, so it was tough. Like I would turn up with like I had Narita and the baby Bjorn, like little arms and legs sticking out. I'd stand at the back of the room in case I didn't want to distract people with their crying.
That's
or whatever.
an interesting visual.
Yeah. I think it was 87 in 90 days, and that would kind of set me on my path. And I was willing at the time too. I was just like, show me what to do. I'm willing.
Yeah.
People here know more than me. Just tell me where I'm meant to be and what I'm meant to do and who I'm meant to speak to. And I'll shake people's hands outside. I'll take commitments. Just willing and able.
Yeah, I never.
You never did that.
I never took commandments. I just went to me. That's all I did.
I mean, just being there is enough.
For some people.
For some people. But if you're thinking of drinking or using and you go to a meeting, I would like to see the statistics of how many people actually drink or use after being to a meeting for 1 hour. Because you can go there thinking, hey, I'm not in the mood. I used to go to a lot when I first started. So Log Cabin happened, big younger crowd, Hollywood crowd, and it was kind of cool because I looked around. I was like, oh shit, I was expecting like a bunch of like, like I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest with you, but it was kind of like the cool kids at school. I was like, hold on a minute, these are all the kids that I kind of wanted to aspire to be or hang around with. And then I got my first dose of AA, and then I kind of realized that I needed kind of like quieter rooms. So I went to older meetings, like older crowds, like 60 plus and stuff like that in the church down in La Cienega. And I liked it. And sometimes I would sit down and there'd be a lady, let's say 65 plus. And I'd sit there and in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to relate to this lady at all. I don't know why I'm here. I could be at home right now. You know what I mean? And then I would sit there an hour. I would hear her speak or whoever the speaker was. And every single time I would get something out of it, 100%. I never left a meeting going, that was a waste of time, ever. And I've been to, I don't know how many hundred.
Yeah, no, I don't dare get up and leave a meeting.
No, I would never leave, but just my brain telling me that I'm wasting my time there or I'm not going to relate to this person. I always found there was always something. Mm-hmm. There was always something in somebody's story that kind of triggered something or made me realize that I needed this today.
One thing I noticed, guys in the meetings, with me, they'd get firm with me, in
a loving way?
In a loving way, yeah. In a way that, induced sobriety.
Yeah, I mean, you need that. I mean, there are different levels of it. I mean, there are certain people that need certain groups, like hardcore militant groups. I mean, it depends where you are. Yeah. But there are certain people in the meetings, people that have been there for long enough, that will recognize someone like that and go, hey, we need that person there. And then they'll get a couple of people and they'll go on the attack. And before you know it, you're like, whoa, what's going on? The first time I ever went to a meeting, I didn't put my hand up because they're like, if you're in your first 30 days or something like that, please. So we don't, not to embarrass you, but I just kept my mouth shut and kept my hand down. And then at the end, everybody came up to me. And I was like, how the hell does everybody know that I'm a newcomer? But then I realized very quickly that everybody kind of there sees you come in a mile off. They can smell it on you. And
they've been through it many times.
Absolutely.
I mean, they've observed it many times.
Absolutely. Yeah, but that's the beauty of it too. It's like these people will gather around you. They want to help you.
Yes. That's the beauty of it.
And that's the thing as well. Even if... What?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, even if you leave AA, like I have, after doing some time, like you have, the thing that I like is I always have, if I ever start to feel squirrely or weird, I have a bunch of people in my phone and there's a bunch of places I know I can go at a moment's notice and get what I need if I'm starting to feel like I may go out or I'm having a difficult time.
The big thing I took away and that I think is crucial in the process of getting sober was being of service to others. Because what that does, it takes you out of your own head. And whatever it is that you're thinking that causes you to use or abuse, And, but outside of AA, that principle, being of service, is good to utilize in regular daily life, helping others, just helping others, and no matter what capacity, it helps you become a better person, I think.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Getting out, helping other people, getting out of your own head, stopping that constant chatter, because we all have it. Thinking about somebody else, putting your attention on somebody else, seeing the improvement in them, and then getting that gratification from yourself and realizing, oh crap,
improvement in yourself too.
Yeah, I mean, it comes full circle.
Yeah, it's a great thing. I love my sobriety. I love that I don't have that attachment or attachment or need, to be free of that. That's a beautiful thing.
Hmm. 1 second. We're gonna hit record again, and we're starting because that's that 29 second. That was perfect. That was on the 29th minute. I was freaking out a little bit quietly inside that I wasn't gonna forget, and it was gonna. But that's why we have the backup.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I
Is
mean,
that the same format?
pretty much it's almost identical, but the quality's going to be slightly worse on the one on the left, but it won't make much of a difference. But I probably won't even need to use it. I think this is going to be absolutely fine. All right, so we've gone down that road. Are there ever times that the old life pulls at you? We've kind of been there. You said no. If you could speak to yourself on the hardest day, what would you say? And you can't say it's going to get better.
Okay, could you repeat that?
If you could speak to yourself on your hardest day,
Yeah.
what would you say? And you can't say it's going to get better.
But find something good to do,
As a distraction?
as a distraction. Because I think that's all AA is.
100%. I agree with you.
Yeah.
A really good distraction with good people that
Right.
have experience. But that's essentially all it is, right? That's the whole reason we go to a meeting, is to stop ourselves. Because if you're not at the meeting,
Yeah.
you're going to be up
be
to no
used,
good.
right?
Yeah.
If you're active doing something else, then you're not doing it.
And it makes you look down, realize you got your feet on the ground, your head up your ass. But no, I mean, seriously, that's the key, isn't it? I mean, it's the distraction, because the longer we're left thinking with our mind kind of going over that kind of monkey mind, the more likely it is that we're going to end up justifying using.
Right. Right. That's what we're working towards,
Yeah.
But if you find something else to do, something to occupy your hands and mind, you're not doing it.
And you never know where it's going to lead. I mean, like everybody says, when you get to AA, you start going for long enough, you start hanging around people that have had the promises, the good things are going to start happening, It kind of does happen by osmosis. It's weird. And then what happens, and this is kind of, I'll be honest, this is what happened to me as well. I did like 5 years straight. I had commitments. I ran a meeting. I was getting speakers. I was doing the deal. And then, my life got real good. The promises started happening.
Yeah.
And I slowly stopped going to meetings. I kind of just realized that I'm good. I wasn't thinking about booze or drinking or using. And I've been white knuckling it ever since.
It's like you replace one habit with another habit. You
Yeah.
had the habit of using, now you have the habit of not using.
Which is better than using,
Yeah.
but I have seen that in AA a lot as well, where people, like you said, I mean, we're all, the people in there are addictive personalities. So you see these people that go all in sobriety, 3 meetings a day, the
Yeah.
AA tattoo, the AA girlfriend, the AA. I don't know about that.
Yeah, girlfriend with the AA tattoo.
But yeah, I mean, it can happen. It can happen that it's all about balance at the end of the day. Everything in life, it's taken me 40 something years to realize, but balance is everything. I mean, you can have a shit day where you eat trashy food or you do this, that, and other, but as long as you kind of keep that balance, and it's the same with sobriety and, keeping your brain healthy, I guess, is you need balance. And sometimes going to a meeting will balance out the craziness that you've been feeling throughout the day, which is another reason why I think like early meetings are very good, because you kind of get that early dose. Whereas for me, because of my day job, I'd have to get to a meeting in the evening. It definitely helped me.
It helps you throughout the day
Absolutely.
because it stays with you.
Yeah.
I think.
It's a reminder. And then, whatever comes up throughout your day that may be troubling or hard, you kind of just like, well, whatever. Just kind of take it.
That's it.
Okay, so finishing up, 2 more questions. If somebody's listening on day 1 or just asking for a friend, what's one piece of advice or encouragement you'd give?
If they're seeking sobriety,
If they're
I would encourage a meeting, and I'd give them my phone number and tell them to call me if if they were feeling like.
Put Frank's number in the comments. Maybe not.
Yeah. Yeah, and just give them as much support as I can give. You know?
I mean, you're going to get that going to a meeting. There's always going to be someone. I mean, someone will either you put your hand up and ask for help, or somebody will see it and recognize it on you. And I mean, that's the hardest thing, is the first step. It's like walking into the room. Even if you just stand by the door at the back, at least you're in there. Even if you can only handle 10 minutes and then you walk out again, at least you did 10 minutes.
I can remember one thing, one point in the meetings where I think it was like my 4th or 5th meeting, where everybody was sharing, and so I felt the need to share. So I raised my hand and I got called, and I just started bawling, like crying, out of gratitude that there was some place I could go to help me, be free. I can't, and I just bawled out, man. I think I dehydrated. I cried so much.
Yeah, and that was probably a mess. I'm sure that whoever was there took that away as well. I mean, I've been in some pretty emotional meetings, and I've been in some meetings when people start talking, and as soon as they start talking about the good old days, I start to get that feeling too. I'm like, I want to use. They're bringing up old stories. I mean, it can be triggering, and then you realize that, okay, yeah, I've been here. I know where this is. But yeah, I mean, it's a roller coaster, man.
It is. I mean, for some people, I had. And I remember feeling a little shame that I was crying and trying to stop crying, but I couldn't. I just kept crying. Then, I got a few pats on the back, a couple hugs, and
Cupcake.
a cupcake, a cookie, coffee. There's always coffee at meetings.
There's always coffee. Always plenty of sugar at the back.
Yeah.
I didn't realize at first. I didn't understand the whole donut thing and all like the sweet stuff. Oh, what was that? Yeah, I didn't realize that was because people are craving sugar, and and that's another interesting thing. I never had a sweet tooth, and then I gave up alcohol, and suddenly it was just like ice cream and like donuts.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's my body was just
sugar and alcohol
craving.
are almost the same because chemically. They're both base molecules. They have an OH group at the end of the molecule.
Okay. Getting all technical work.
Yeah. I noticed that somehow.
All right. So finishing up, Frank, if we were to drive around the corner and there was a billboard with a message on it just for you, what would it say?
Oh. Probably you can do better.
You think you could do better?
I think I can. I'm just too lazy.
I think you're lazy, man.
I am. I'm very lazy.
Well, I mean, you've chosen to do the artist path. I wouldn't say you're lazy. You've gone and you're doing
the work.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do a conventional job, man. I can't sit in a cubicle and
Oh God, no, me either. I fall asleep.
It's taken me years to try and figure out what I want to do for a living, and as a kid growing up, just constantly like scribbling and drawing and whatever doesn't feel like work.
I think you should keep doing that. I think you should do documentary.
Yeah, we talked about that, right? If you help me, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you need? What do you need from me?
I mean, you're the Hollywood guy. I just need a bit of guidance, man. That's all I need. I can work hard. I'm one of these people that's willing to work hard. I just need guidance.
Are you motivated enough, you think, to do it?
I'm motivated. I need sometimes I need people that have been there before to just put me on the right path. The same with sobriety. I just kind of needed to be pushed in the right direction and said, keep doing that thing you're doing, and eventually, you know, things will happen. Good things will happen. You know, and I think that's just, it's indicative of everything in life. As long as there's passion there and it's something that you want to do.
I can commit to doing that.
Yeah.
Because that's something, thanks to you guys, you telling me all these stories and incidents and things like that. Yeah, I would love to gather a collection and talk about, you know, what it means to be a member of, you know, and inform people of, you know, the things that have happened and the people who've lived there. And why it's such a place where people end up, you know.
Place with a lot of stories too.
Yeah.
But there's been some pretty interesting evenings.
The significance of the locations and all those things, you know.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's make it happen.
That's it?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, man.
Unless there's anything else you want to add.
I don't have anything at the moment. If you ask me something, I might, you know. But yeah.
No, I mean,
Carl, this has been great, man. I love the conversation that we just had, you know.
Thank you for everything. Because again, if it wasn't for you, then I don't know where I'd be. I don't know.
Thank you for expressing that, because it means a lot to me.
Yeah, me too. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, can you drive me back to the elevator?
We'll get you back to the elevator. All right. Peace. And remember, recovery isn't always a straight road. We don't have to drive it alone. Keep off the lines, and we'll see you next time. It was either that or keep on trucking.